welcome to Doran and Dean podcast. I'm Doran.
And I'm Dean.
And you're listening to the most corrupt, foul-mouthed, improvised podcast there is, I think. I think that's fair to say, isn't it?
If we're not, we'll fucking work on it.
Yeah. So be warned before you start listening and downloading. It is strictly an adult-only podcast, but if you're not an adult, then don't tell anybody. And then you can listen to it, in my opinion. You're allowed.
Yeah, do a super bad. What was his name? McLovin. Get your fake ID out, you'll be all right.
Yeah, get your Hawaiian driving license, and you'll be absolutely fine. Put some of your dad's clothes on, and you're good to go. So, welcome. You're listening to the second of our episode of our coming out, so to speak. I thought probably,
easy.
What I meant to say is coming out of hibernation after the global pandemic lockdown that we've all experienced. So last week was our first episode after a hiatus, wasn't it?
Yeah, blowing off some cobwebs on that one.
Yeah, and that's cobwebs. We said cobwebs, and we did all right, didn't we?
It didn't do too badly.
No, we were bloody brilliant as always, and just a reminder to everybody out there, we do have a back catalogue which is on there. So as I said, last week we would have had a lot more episodes than we actually have currently. But,
yeah, we would have blasted it if it wasn't for this,
yeah,
wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So we're just trying to record as many as we can now before a second wave it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so there'll be some prolific recording going on. But we appreciate you listening to us. So I hope we entertain you for the next however long it is. We're both drinking, which is obviously equally, we're terrifying, ominous, and unpredictable. I think that's the right word to say it. But yeah, as I said at the top of the show, we're listening to a very improvised, unplanned, because that's what we thrive on, isn't it?
You could say that, yeah.
yeah. Thrive's probably the wrong word, but yeah, we do no planning. Not because we're necessarily. I don't think it's because we're lazy, is it?
No, we just don't want to be rigid. Want of a better word. You know what I mean?
Loose. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a bit of everything for everybody.
Yeah, and. We keep it sort of unplanned and spontaneous is the key word, I think, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Yeah. So be sure to check out our previous episodes on all the platforms, including the one you're listening on, whichever that one is, because we're all on there. Just Google Doran and Dean Talk, and you'll see our pretty little faces appear on there, and I hope you enjoy it. So we're gonna give it a go this week, and God knows where it'll end up.
What's that wine you're drinking? Because just before we started recording, Doran read me the back catalogue that's stuck to the bottle. Fucking hell, it's like War and Peace for a bottle of wine.
Yeah, the guy on the front cover looks like a goat, actually, but he's with his
Bill the Kid.
Yeah, very good. With his enormous moustache. One of those moustaches, those ones that are all intents and purposes a beard, but just have a gap between on his chin. So it's like two massive sideburns incorporating an enormous moustache. But I'm drinking Gentleman's Collection, which is not.
Sounds iffy as fuck, if I'm honest with you.
It does, yeah. Yeah, apparently it's for the discerning gentleman, which I am. But yeah, strong.
You better put it back then.
Yeah, and it's very nice, by the way. So it's a lovely wine. Yeah, very very impressed so far, and I'm motoring through it quite enthusiastically currently. So I've definitely fallen off the wagon though. The wagon was trundling along, and one of the wheels shot off earlier. So now it's I'm being dragged through the mud with my entrails hanging out.
And I wasn't going to drink tonight, but somebody corrupted me.
No, that's not true, everybody. I'll testify against that statement. But yeah, we're both guilty as charged. So we are drinking heavily, and we're going to be talking heavily, and we're going to be probably swearing heavily as well. And also we'll be covering, I think, whatever comes to mind though. But I've seen some really. This week's been quite a gift week, really. There's been lots of interesting stuff going on. And no less that I've returned to working ways as well after the furlough.
Rita Furlough.
Yeah, I've been furloughed long enough, and now I'm back to the grindstone as well. Because I know it's extraordinarily hard to believe out there, people, but we're not professional broadcasters.
No.
Yeah, I can hear the shock on the airwaves as we speak. Yeah, and it is an amazing fact, but we're in fact not. So, so we've been back to reality. I was actually excited to get back to work, but I was equally mortified because I had to put clothes on that covered more than 6% of my body, which is quite not a big surface area, to be fair.
I bet you're having cold sweats at 11 a.m, weren't you? Because you'd not had a drink.
Yeah, I know. I'd not had 3 microwave burgers by 2 o'clock in the afternoon, which it was mortifying. But no, in all honesty, it's nice to get back to a little bit of sense of reality as well. And but this, as always, is our escape from reality, because believe me, there's some weird shit that goes on in here. So
Yeah,
very
just
strange.
a touch.
Yeah, very strange.
That's just reminded me. Reminded what we were saying before about us swearing a lot.
No.
I read somewhere the other day. Now I don't know how true this is because I read it on the internet.
Yeah.
Right. Do you know The Wolf of Wall Street, the film?
Oh yeah.
And it broke the record for the most F bombs in it.
Yeah.
There's that fucking 73,000.
Yeah, there's a lot, isn't there?
Fuckety fucks in it. They cut it in the United Arab Emirates because the squeaky clean over there, they can't drink and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They don't allow cussing in the movies. Cussing, is that for a fucking 1930s word?
Yeah, they just suppress women, don't they? That's the
That's all right.
We don't mean that.
No, we don't. I didn't mean it in that sense. I meant that they think it's all right, but you can...
we don't think it's all right.
Yeah, you can't. Women aren't allowed to drive or vote or whatever, but yeah, you're not allowed to swear in a film.
No.
But they took all the F-bombs out of the United Arab Emirates version of The Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, yeah.
And it lengthened its runtime by 42 minutes.
Oh, God.
But how could you watch it like that?
No,
because it'd just be totally disjointed, wouldn't it?
Yeah. No, it'd sound really, really weird. No, I couldn't. And detracts from the impact, as it would with our podcast. If you sanitize this show, then you'd be... well, it would be finished.
You get to I'm Doran and I'm Dean, and that'll be there'd just be an hour and a half of silence.
And in some circles, even that's a swear word. So yeah, we'd certainly be in a much shorter. Sad to say, a much shorter show than that. So
you did well though.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and they're fucking weird over there. They've got in the sort of Arab countries, they've got these sort of really moralistic viewpoints on alcohol and stuff like that, and yet they regard goats higher than they do women. So it's a bit of an odd way around to think about to operate, isn't it?
Just before we get into it, we need to mention to our good listeners that there are a gaggle of kids playing outside the studio, screaming their heads off. Yeah,
there are. They're not fans. I know it's hard to believe because the assumption, if I was listening to this podcast on the other end, that it would be the hordes of screaming, adoring fans out there, and but we've managed to keep them further back, so they're not. You can't hear them, but you can just hear some local children frolicking.
We've put Dobermans on the shopping list.
yeah, Dobermans. Yeah, definitely, and they will be eradicated in due course.
Oh, speaking of things that need to get eradicated, have you seen Kanye West is apparently running for president next year?
That guy is a fucking
Jesus.
Joke. No, he's a wanker. I mean, I've no other words to describe the man. To be fair, he's just a publicity stunt. It is just a publicity stunt, and he's not even a good musician. I can't, man. He sold how many fucking millions of records, but for me, I don't get it.
No, I don't get it either.
And it's not age. I mean, I we all have personal tastes, but fucking hell, I can't see it.
Well, there's another celebrity jumped on the bandwagon. Have you seen that?
No.
Because he must have sparked the one and only brain cell. Paris Hilton, pop filter. Paris Hilton apparently wants to run against him.
All right.
Dear God.
Well, that doesn't give me much hope.
I know we keep going on to films, but have you seen the movie Idiocracy?
No.
It's not Luke Wilson. It's his brother. Is it Owen?
Owen.
They're like the one with the darker hair.
Oh God, I don't know.
Or is it the other way around?
Owen's blondie.
Owen's the blonde. Oh wow, him in here. That's the one. Yeah, it's the other one.
Yeah.
And he's in it, and he does this army experiment, and he gets cryogenically frozen, and he wakes up, and the president is a professional wrestler, and everybody's IQ's in the dog shit, and they're all thick as fuck, and they're like stupid because they've gone that way.
So 2020 then?
Yeah, it's basically turning into a documentary. In 5 years, it's going to move from Sky Comedy onto fucking Discovery Channel.
yeah. Watch it here first. Yeah.
Dear me.
No, it's fucking horrendous, isn't it?
Absolutely
horrendous. No, I'm sick of listening to that. Well, I know we talk about America a lot, and there's lots of good things about America that I really, really like. Can't think of much in a minute, but there's lots of good things in all seriousness. But my God, They're having a bad do at the moment. Fucking hell, they're not doing very well at all.
No, I think the other superpowers, China and Russia, they must be laughing their ass off.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't blame him really, to be honest. I see Donald Trump's commuted the sentence of his good friend.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah,
Roger Stone.
Roger Stone, yeah, he's a weird fucker. He doesn't blink, that guy,
No.
He looks like a Q-tip, but he doesn't blink. It's fucking weird. Weird, strange man, Roger Stone. A lot of sort of. He's a very murky character, and but he's thanks to his good friend President Trump has commuted his sentence, so he won't have to, due to the Russian collusion hoax, as Trump says it. So it's just a car crash.
Yeah, shit.
Fucking car crash.
He shouldn't be allowed to do that.
No.
He's just making a mockery of his own justice system.
Yeah, he is. But we said on the show before, he's like he is a dictator in a Western state, and if he was president, or not president, but if he was a leader in another third world country or a Middle Eastern country, he'd be a dictator. I'd be a good dictator. Would you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think so.
I would be. Yeah, I would be, definitely.
What, good at being a dictator or being
a bad one?
Yeah.
No, I'd be good. No, I would. I'd be. I mean this purely for joking, by the way. I don't want to be cruel to people, but no, I'd be. I think I'd fit the role very well. I really do. Equal. I'd be well suited to the role of telling people what to do and what they can and can't do.
First thing I'd do would be ban Citroen Picassos.
Yeah.
If you get caught driving one of them, you get dragged out and shot.
Yeah.
What else would we do? Can't walk around with your pants around your ass like the kids do.
No.
Can't do that.
No.
Oh, just so much.
So much. I'd rise to power in Wales, I think. That's what I'd do.
Anybody making that noise to get shot.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that. No, I think I'd be a good Middle Eastern dictator. I think I'd wear the regalia quite well, and I'd be I don't know what I'd do. I'd be exceptionally cruel, I think.
That was a chilling smirk on your face when you said that.
Yeah, no, I'd just do all the bit like on The Dictator, the movie. I'd just have a silly things made of gold, I think, and I'd have a car that runs off crude oil. I would definitely do that without a doubt. I'd have lashings of gold jewellery and slaves. I wouldn't really. No, well, Welsh slaves I'd have.
They'd only be able to make you cheese on toast.
Yeah, they would. Yeah,
Call it a rarebit.
A leek pie. Yeah, I'd have a golden leek as a scepter.
Sounds like a fucking sexual thing, though.
With a scepter, like a scepter.
Speaking of cooking,
oh yeah,
or cooking, if you're not northern like me.
I know, what is it? Is it cooking or cook? What do you say? You say cooking.
I say cooking.
I say cook.
No, I say cooking.
Yeah. You say Captain Cook, Captain Cook.
Captain Cook.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Book.
No, book.
No, it's book.
Is it?
Yeah, of course it is. A ghost doesn't say, if you don't make somebody jump, you don't jump out and go boo. You say boo. Boo.
Yeah, no, book.
Anyway, that's my northern understanding of it.
Anyway,
speaking of cooking/cooking, Celebrity MasterChef's back.
Oh, is it?
Oh Jesus. Now, when I say celebrity, I saw it on programme. Hey, fucking hell, Celebrity MasterChef's on. Lovely. John Turone and Greg Wallace are the butt of all our jokes. And oh my God, celebrity. Fucking, they should have an asterisk on it. And at the bottom, a little disclaimer: may not contain actual celebrities.
Yeah.
There was a lady on there, and I don't even know her name. I can't tell you her name. And I'm thinking, who's she? I don't know who she is. And it comes up at the bottom, and it puts a name on. And you've got that, the lady that commentates it. You know what I mean? She said,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what's her name? India Fisher.
Oh, God knows.
Yeah, she was India Fisher. She's got a really lovely voice. And she does like the commentary over it.
Imagine if she was... Sorry to interrupt you,
Go on.
I just had a thought then, quite a perverted thought. It'd be the most surreal experience if you were whispering dirty talk in your ear. It'd be like watching a very, very fucking twisted...
Perverted MasterChef.
Perverted MasterChef, isn't it? You couldn't get over that. I'd imagine... I'd be shutting my eyes and thinking, like John Turod and Greg Wallace in the corner of the bedroom staring at you. Oh, God, ooh.
Go on, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't. Oh no, I bet she struggles.
Well, she gives a commentary, and she'll say, "There's a couple on there that I knew." Phil Daniels was on there. He was on
Paul Daniels.
No.
Oh right,
he's dead.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah, Phil, the Quadrophenia dude.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
So I knew him, but obviously she does a bit of commentary if you don't know him.
Yeah.
So she'll say like, "Oh, Phil was best known for Quadrophenia and EastEnders and On Park Life and stuff like that." So it just gives you a background.
I hate that song.
Yeah, I do. It's not even a song, it's just talking.
Shit.
So this lady comes on. I'm thinking, I don't know who she is. I've no idea. But I'm out of touch. I don't know. But she was an older lady.
You might have touched her.
Well, I might have. But she was an older lady, so I'm thinking, why do I not know her? You know what I mean? If there's somebody young on, I haven't got a fucking clue because it's some boy band or something like that. I haven't got a jack. I think, I don't know who she is. And so it comes on. I can't even remember her name now. I'm sorry. But India Fisher comes on commentary. She said this woman's name. She said she's a choir. What's she? A choir conductor.
What?
Yeah, and she conducted the choir that sang at Prince Harry's wedding.
Oh right. Well, now you're talking.
Well, no. I said to my missus, I said, "How the fuck's that a celebrity?"
No, God knows. Well, it's not, is it?
No, she's probably very talented.
Yeah, she's probably not
good at what she does.
Yeah.
But she's not a celebrity.
No.
You know what I mean? Just because she fucking conducted a singer at somebody's wedding.
Yeah, was she attractive?
No.
No.
Not to me, anyway.
No.
Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she's not got anything going for her, really.
No, I don't know. She might be. But I don't get that's classed as a celebrity.
No, well, it's not the answer to that, is it? It's just the answer to that is just no.
There'll be a fella on next season, and Pete Thompson. Let's say Pete Thompson. Who's Pete Thompson? Don't know who he is. And then she'll come on, India Fisher. 62-year-old Pete once changed the brake pads in Princess Diana's hearse. And once gave Tony Yeboah's brother a quote for a clutch. And he's fucking stood there fucking making mash with a fucking spoon like that, fucking banging it like an egg.
That's what they should get on. They should get the Smash robots on Celebrity MasterChef.
What are you making? Smash. What are you making? Smash.
Yeah, just fucking they just attack John Turod.
Oh, you fucking bastard.
Yeah, put his face in the KitchenAid.
One of them's got Greg Wallace's head in it, like eating his brains out of his big egg head.
Oh dear.
Using John Turod's leg as a soldier.
Yeah. Oh, I fucking love Smash. Those adverts were
good.
brilliant.
Thank you. I was just about to ask where do you stand on Smash. I like Smash.
Knee deep, hopefully. I love it,
It's one of the few artificial stuff that I actually quite like.
So I'm just choking. Yeah, no, me the same. Me same.
Fucking caveman. Potato smash.
Yeah, me Smash. No, I do. I fucking love Smash. Love it, love it. It's never been near a potato.
Oh God, no.
No. It's I think they've actually in Cambodia. I think they've actually made buildings out of it. Honestly, they have. It's true. It's a true story. That it's not even a story. It's a fact. And but over here we take to putting boiling water in it.
You know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to get drunk and go on Wikipedia and put that in Cambodia's page.
Yeah.
98% of Cambodia's infrastructure is made of smash.
Yeah, it is true. But not over here. It's a 1970s culinary sensation, isn't it?
Sorry, go on.
Like Bird's Trifle. Oof.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so wrong. It's right.
I used to have a smash robot when I was a kid.
Oh fucking hell! That'd be fucking worth £3.
Yeah, a little plastic one. Just wind it up and it fucking span right.
I'd buy one. You know, if you had, they should fucking make that. I swear to God, they should make, like a 18-inch sort of
radio
figure.
controlled. Yeah.
Yeah, and just pressed its head and it just starts laughing. I'd fucking buy one. I'd pay good money for one of them. Good money, without a doubt.
It was one of them where you take 5 coupons off back of a
Yeah.
packet of Smash and then
yeah.
send it in.
That's like one of them things that's probably worth a lot of money now. But I fucking love Bird's Trifle though. Like I said, a lot of the stuff in the 70s and stuff, I mean, we touched on it in... I know we did the 80s show, didn't we?
Yeah.
We're not going to say... 70s isn't really our thing. We're far too youthful for that. But,
far too spry for that.
Yeah, but we know... We grew up with stuff that... You're all right. Yeah, good.
Sorry, a bit of... Pepsi's a bit gassy.
Yeah, it is. What was it? Oh, yeah, Bird's Trifle. But yeah, I said Bird's Trifle. Yeah, that's right. But a lot of stuff in the 70s was still around, wasn't it? When we were growing up. So fucking Bird's Trifle. I mean, again, another thing that's fucking nowhere near. Never been near like a cow, cream and custard and the custard. But it was just so fucking lovely. I fucking loved it.
There was that weird fake cream on top, wasn't it? Like shaving foam with sugar in it.
Yeah, like dream topping. Yeah, and then you'd have the sprinkly bits on top. Well, they call them hundreds and thousands. Well, they call them in America, but I know we have some American listeners. But I don't know what do you call them over there? I don't fucking know either.
I know that. That's going to annoy me. That. Yeah.
The thing is, with you lot over there, take this the right way or don't. It's up to you. But you always have a fucking name, a different name for everything. Why can't you just?
Except the cities. What should we call this? What if they got over in England, York? Put new in front of it.
Yeah, put new in front of it. Yeah, and they've got it. They're fucking everything, aren't they? All the same. The same towns, although it can work in reverse sometimes, because there's been a few towns that I've seen on the map in America, like when I'm watching American channels and stuff, and they've got towns in America you didn't know they had a name for, the towns over here, like obscure ones.
All right.
Yeah. So really, like I don't think. Not like Cleethorpes or something, but like some really obscure towns. Quite weird, really.
Sprinkles, they call them.
Oh, sprinkles.
Imaginative.
Yeah, it is imaginative, isn't it? Yeah.
Man, that's what they call them in Australia.
Is it?
Yeah, they eat them on bread, don't they? In Australia.
Oh, fuck off! Do they?
They call what they call it.
Fucking
they call it something. They get a big fucking thick
shut
slice
up.
of white bread, loads of butter on it,
Yeah.
and then they blast it with hundreds and thousands and eat it.
Well, that's like because they're all fucking prisoners, isn't it? They're all
yeah, they get what they're fucking given.
Yeah, it's quite right too. Yeah.
Furry bread.
Oh, fucking hell.
As in the winged mythical creature, not Chewbacca's ball bag.
Yeah. No, they're all fucking cracked up. Now I've got relatives over there, so I need to be careful. Although they probably won't listen to this anyway. But they call fucking sweets lollies in Australia.
Sweets.
Sweets. So if you say, I'm gonna go. Oh, I fancy some Haribos or sweets. Call them lollies.
That's weird.
Yeah, how fucking weird is that?
Well, I think we touched on this in another episode. We mentioned that they say every 25 miles there's a different accent in England. So it takes me...
There's a different fucking IQ level.
Well, we'll get there now. So I work in Liverpool.
Never mind.
I know. And that's one good thing about lockdown. No traffic. Half an hour to get to work instead of an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'm with you that.
But as soon as you go over half an hour away, what would you call... Let me think of a brand so I'm not tainting your view. A fab. What's a fab?
Fab is a lolly.
Yeah, what kind?
Ice lolly.
Thank you. There you go, iced lolly.
Yeah.
Call them lolly ices.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. And I have this argument every fucking time it gets mentioned in summer. I've got shops from lolly ices.
Oh, shut up.
So what's a fucking lolly ice? You mean an iced lolly?
Yeah.
No, it's a lolly ice. No, it's an iced lolly.
No, I've never heard
like
that.
white bread.
Yeah,
You don't call it bread white.
No. Although they're fucking backward, aren't they? Fucking mental. They're fucking mental over there.
Yeah, lolly ices.
Yeah. No, so there's what we're talking about. Oh, MasterChef. Yeah. And there's lots of foods I really like that I would like to. We should have a 70s party one day or an 80s party, and everybody bring something. We should do that, shouldn't we?
Mm-hmm.
We should get somebody bring some Smash, somebody bring a Bird's Trifle, somebody bring some crispy pancakes.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So but it's so wrong, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like fish and parsley sauce.
I was just gonna say that. Stop doing that. I used to love that.
Yeah, I still like it.
I like that.
Yeah, I still like that shit. Yeah. And did you actually do that?
It's just when you cut the bag and you get a fucking 3rd-degree burn off the burst of air that comes out of it.
Yeah, there is that. Yeah, without a doubt. Ugh, yeah, but I used to love that shit. I fucking loved it. So anyway. So as we were saying at the beginning, so it's back, is it?
It's back.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it's still not very good. No. The I don't know which I prefer actually, because there's 3 versions now. There's celebrity, normal, if you can call it normal, and the professionals one.
Oh yeah.
I think I prefer the professionals one.
Yeah.
Because I like seeing them fuck up.
I like watching the Inside the Factory with Greg Wallace.
Oh,
I love it because he goes into a factory that's like fucking 1 million square feet, and then he'll make a batch of tea bags or something in a factory, and you can tell the operators of the machinery want to fucking throw him in.
Throw him in it.
Yeah, and he takes all the glory at the end for making all these tea bags. But,
well, do you know he's a bit of a shouter?
Yeah,
Isn't he? On the Celebrity MasterChef, they had some chap on there. I haven't got a fucking clue who he was. Apparently, he was on The Apprentice.
Oh fucking hell, you lost me there.
Yeah, and he's a big chap, like 7 foot tall, massive head, a great big mouth.
Yeah,
and he was a Cockney. He was a proper wide boy, proper fuck you.
Oh fuck him.
Yeah. And him and Greg Wallace were talking to each other. You could hear the level going up. It was like 2 fucking roosters having a fight. They were basically fucking screaming at each other. Like, thanks, Thomas. Thanks, Greg. Like, fucking John Travolta on his knees with his fucking ears bleeding with his hands over his ears.
That's not a bad thing. Yeah. No, they are fucking weird, aren't they? I fucking hate The Apprentice. Can't stand it.
I think I've watched like 20 minutes of it once years ago, and that was it.
Can't fucking stand it. Can't stand it at all. But I do like that Inside the Factory. It's quite interesting, really. But he's a constant source of entertainment, Greg Wallace, I have to say.
He's been married about fucking 7 times.
Has he? Yeah, I'm not surprised. Fucking hell. Absolutely.
He's done alright though for started as a greengrocer, didn't he?
Oh, did he really? I didn't know. No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he started off as a greengrocer.
I can imagine him shouting on a market somewhere.
Yeah, or speaking, as he calls it.
Yeah, he's a character, to say the least, without a doubt. No, without a doubt.
I can't remember who else was on there. No, I didn't know half of them. I'd say half of them, fucking 90% of them.
No. But no, you can't beat a good cookery show, I must admit. But I think just as time goes on, the ideas run out, don't they? Just get a bit shitty.
Have you been watching the new Ramsay one?
No.
The, what's it called? It's Kitchen Nightmares something. Only it's basically Kitchen Nightmares. Only now he's got this big fuck off like truck.
Yeah.
With all his team in it.
Right.
And he goes in and he chats shit to him.
Yeah.
But he goes undercover first.
All right.
He tells him he'll tell him he's going in on Wednesday.
Yeah.
But he goes in on Tuesday.
All right. So it's catching him by surprise.
Yeah. And on this one, he had this chap in there. He sent this fella in, this lookalike, this Gordon Ramsay lookalike, and it was absolutely spitting image of him. And I mean, it was scurry.
Was it?
So he went in, and everybody's like fawning over him.
Yeah.
And about half an hour later, Gordon Ramsay went in disguise.
Yeah.
And he sat there and nobody was serving him because they were all fawning over him. But it's just basically the same, but now he's got a big fucking telly outside. And now it counts down 24 hours and he only gets 1 day. Probably fucking saying, I'm not spending 3 weeks with these dickheads again. You get 24 hours and that's it.
Oh, fucking hell. He's entertaining though, I have to say. I mean, funnily enough, I can't imagine him watching him on an actual cookery show anymore. I'm not interested.
No.
I'm only interested in fucking screaming at people. Oh, it's funny though. It's funny. It's fucking funny.
I used to like that Hell's Kitchen until he sold out a little bit, didn't he? I don't know why, because he threw millions at him.
Yeah.
It was all USA, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And that's where that's where the money is. But oh fucking hell, some of those shows are just fucking ass. We're trolling through the fridges and stuff of like restaurants. What's that? What's that?
When did you make this lasagna? There's a little fucking Mexican fella there and I go, I made it last night. And there's a fucking civilization of sentient beings on top of this lasagna.
Bullshit. No, he's funny. He's funny. But he's good at what he does. He knows what he is. And he knows what he's I suppose he knows what makes him his money.
Did you watch that road trip one he did with Gino D'Acampo and Fred Sirex?
No.
That's brilliant, that.
No.
That is fucking hilarious.
No.
Oh, mate, you have to watch that. That is really, really
I'll
good.
give that a go.
Gino D'Acampo is an absolute legend.
Yeah.
He's a complete nutcase.
Yeah, he is,
They go to. I won't spoil it for you, but they go to San Francisco and they go to this fancy restaurant who incorporate cannabis into the recipes because it's legal now. So this chap's telling me, he said, what we do is we don't actually cook with the leaf because it, taints the flavour.
Yeah.
So they put pure
oil.
what's
THC.
it called? THC. Thank you. Yeah. Tetrahydro. Yeah, that THC. Anyway, so he said, we put one drop in, and it's equivalent to like half a joint or something like that. And Gino DeCampo was fucking sprinkling this like vinegar on chips. And 5 minutes later, he's on his arse in this restaurant laughing his head off.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's a really good program, that.
They did that. Do you remember that? I'm going back a few years. Did you ever watch that one celebrity one that they did in America where they all got on a bus and they all went smoking cannabis around the USA?
No, it's that one.
Yeah, fucking hell. I tell you, it was all old people as well. Which was weird. It was, oh, God. It just came flashback to me then. Who was in it? I think he was in it. Do you know Bobby George, darts player?
Yeah.
With all the gold.
Mm-hmm.
He was in it. I think Sue Pollard was in it.
Oh, Jesus.
No, it sounds really weird, but
Yeah.
it was strangely gripping TV. And the premise was they got on this bus and they went across America. I'm sure they just went across smoking weed or something like that.
I'll have a look.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really weird.
No, I've never seen that one.
Yeah. I always imagine with smoking weed, though, that I don't know how much fun it'd be if it was fucking legal.
Still fun.
Yeah, it is, yeah. But do you know what I mean? How much of it would... I don't know.
Well, I think it'd take the mystique off it, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Maybe.
So maybe a
we
good
still
thing.
drink, don't we?
Yeah.
And that's legal.
But I can see that coming, in next 18 months. Legal over here.
Yeah, it's certainly be a good revenue stream.
Oh,
for the government,
billions.
definitely. Yeah,
Billions.
Yeah, maybe they will. I don't even know if... I mean, I don't do things like that these days, I suppose, as much. So
Yeah, but if it was legal.
yeah, maybe. Yeah, it would be... it'd be worth it. I suppose it'd be worth buying some.
I don't think we could do it if we were doing this. Because
Well, to be honest with you, I probably would do.
You get 2.5 hours of silence.
Yeah. No, you would do. Just rooted through the cupboards in the kitchen.
Oh, God. Sorry, I'm in pain.
I know, your back's not so good, is it?
No.
Nothing worse than a bad back.
No, I was telling you before, it's not like I did something, I wasn't lifting weights or
It's
anything
all
like
those
that.
adventurous sexual positions you get into.
Unfortunately not. No.
Yeah.
I've actually managed to injure myself quite badly picking up a packet of gnocchi and Morrison's.
And that is a euphemism.
Yeah. Oh, God. So I shall dull the pain with Mr. Daniels.
Yeah, absolutely. No, definitely. Well, I'll tell you what was funny. One of the funniest things this week, I don't know if you saw it, was that sprinter. Did you see it?
No.
Oh, fucking hell.
What, Van?
No. No. Athletics.
Oh, right.
There was this, and I'm going to get this... I'm going to get this wrong, by the way, in terms of... I can't remember the guy's fucking name. Right?
I'll say it wasn't your mate Tara Parra, whatever her name is.
No, don't fucking...
What's her name? Catherine Claxon Cookson.
Catherine Claxon Cookson. That's a fucking brilliant name. No, it was Katarina Johnson-Thompson.
That's the one.
Fucking hell, that one name. And it's what annoys me is the fucking commentators go, so they're saying, I don't know, I'm going to make this up, they're saying, and here comes Jones on the inside, and then you've got, coming on the outside, you've got Catherine Johnson-Thompson. And it's like, fuck off.
Yeah, just say,
Just fucking Thompson.
Yeah.
Or even JT.
Mm-hmm.
Just fuck off saying Katarina Johnson-Thompson. It fucking drives you nuts. Anyway. Change your fucking name. So, oh, mate, it was fucking made my week, this story. And there was this race meet. I think it was in America. I'm going to get it all wrong. It probably wasn't in America. It's probably something completely different, but bear with me. And there was this athletics meet, no crowd, obviously, because of COVID and all that shit. And from the final, and there was quite a respectable, I think it was on a national level. So I think it was, wasn't an international championship as such, but it was an official national meeting.
Yeah.
So you imagine they're all at the blocks, this, that, and the other. And on the 200 metres, they obviously all start on the corner. Like in a staggered box position. on the corner. And it's always fascinated me, the 200 metres, because 200 metres is, I know, fucking most obvious term in the world, it's just like 2 sprints, isn't it? And what astounds me is they managed to basically maintain a sprint speed for twice the distance. You know, get what I mean? So anyway, they're all lined up, and so these guys are all in the starting positions, and obviously then they go set, and they all asses kick up in the air, and then it goes bang. So they set off. So they start sprinting. Obviously, they come around the turn. This guy's fucking motoring, and he's like about they don't say length, do they? Let's just say 10 meters in front, or a good lead coming down the home straight. He's fucking pumping his arms. Crosses the line, and you know that like they'll focus in on the athlete's face when they cross the line rather than anything else. So, and he's like, oh, and he's like eyes wide open, fucking starts pumping the fucking air, and I've watched the footage and I'm like, fucking hell, what's going on here? And it switches to the clock, and it was 18 point something. Now the world record by Bolt, I think it's Bolt. Was it Johnson? Bolt. Anyway, cut long story short, he fucking smashed the world record. Fucking smashed it by, I think it was, in those terms, as a sprint, by, I think it was 3/4 tenths of a second. Big margin. You know, it's usually a few hundredths, isn't it, for a world record? And he's fucking going bananas, jumping up and down, and everyone's going, oh my God, the commentators are going fucking insane, this, that, and the other. This guy, known, I didn't know who he was, known, but relatively.
Yeah.
Anyway, they get further down the celebration. So this fucking place, the trainer's going mad, and everybody's going mad. What they'd done, he'd set off from the wrong blocks. He'd only run 185 metres.
Oops.
So he'd fucking run 185 metres instead of 200. So he thought he'd fucking smashed the world record.
So he had another 15 metres to go.
Yeah, but because of where his blocks were positioned, they'd placed him in the wrong place. So he thought he'd run 200 metres. He'd only run fucking 185.
Oops. So it's the organiser's fault.
Yeah. Oh, mate, it was fucking brilliant. You've got to see it. It's online. Just watch it.
Oh,
it's fucking brilliant. It might not be 185, I might be wrong. It might be 195 or 190 or something like that. But needless to say, he ran fucking a lot less than he should have done. And this poor kid, he's fucking going mental, thinking I'm on top of the world. I've just put in the fucking best fucking 200 metres run of all time by a mile, and nobody would have beaten it for fucking God knows. And he's thinking, I'm going to make millions here. Sponsorship, I'm going to be on fucking pizza adverts. I'm going to be on the side of fucking cars. I'm going to everything. And he's fucking run like 3/4 of the distance. Oh, mate. Oh, priceless. What a story. Bastard. Yeah, funny though, mate. Fucking funny. You couldn't have wrote it.
I can't watch athletics without thinking about Monty Python. 400 metres for the deaf.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah, what was was it 100 metres for the blind? I think, for the... that was it. So the starter gun, they all run off in different directions, didn't they?
Oh, for the people with no sense of direction.
That's what it was. Yeah. Marathon for the incontinent. That was fucking brilliant, isn't it? No, but if you can catch that, he's brilliant, absolutely fucking brilliant.
I'll give that a go.
Oh, my God. Absolutely superb. But I used to love athletics when I was a kid. I used to love watching it. It was on BBC Two and stuff. And it was one of those things I used to get. My mum used to let me stay up a bit later because when there was like a World Championships were on, and like there was on all night, you could watch it, and she'd let me stay up.
I got all the way. I used to despise like the Olympics and stuff.
Yeah.
When I was younger, but no, I love it. The Olympics.
Yeah, I prefer I love the Winter Olympics.
Yeah, me
I've
too.
always loved the Winter Olympics. Fucking love some of those events. Some of the luge and all that shit. Fucking, they've got fucking brass bollocks.
God,
them, even the girls have got bollocks because that shit is fucking dangerous. You come off one of them fucking things, you're fucking dead. You're doing 90 mile an hour on a tea tray.
I like watching the I don't know if it's even called this, but like the freestyle skiing.
Yeah.
You know when they're going up the ramps and they're fucking doing the twists and stuff like that. It's amazing. That.
Yeah. Sorry.
And the snowboarding.
Yeah.
I was watching the snowboarding in the last Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing.
Yeah.
They launched themselves up in air.
Yeah.
Spin that many times, I'd be sick, mate.
Yeah.
I'd just be a fucking Catherine wheel of vomit going through it. And then they plant it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then they land.
Yeah. Yeah, it's mad. It's mad. The one event that I watched, I think it was the last Winter Olympics that I'd never seen before, was like, if you imagine, when they do BMX racing, but it was on skis.
Yeah.
So they had imagine like a BMX track.
Yeah.
So they were doing turns and up over jumps and then over like that, what they call it, where there's multiple.
Yeah, like what wavy.
Corrugated, like wave jumps, like up and down, dead quick. And it was just 4 guys on skis, fucking, like, going hell for fucking
same
leather.
set?
What?
Same set?
No, all together, like, jostling for position, going around this circuit.
Oh, right.
Fucking, it was brilliant. I don't even know what it was fucking called, but it was absolutely awesome to watch. Fucking brilliant. I can't remember what it was called. Like, obviously skiing, but I can't remember what the event was called. But yeah, it was just like an iced up BMX track with guys on fucking skis. It was ace. Carnage though. People fucking flying everywhere and skis flying everywhere. Fucking brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. But you can't beat those fucking big jump skiers though. Fucking hell.
They're mental. Crazy.
Tell you what, when they got the cameraman up there next to him, when they're waiting to go down, looking down, I'm thinking, fuck that. It's like jumping out of a bastard plane without a parachute.
Yeah, it's near vertical, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And I don't know what height because it's not just the height of the ramp; it's the upper hill as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
So and they fucking fly, don't they? Absolutely fly.
I don't know what crosses somebody's mind to think I won't mind a go at that.
No, but do you remember they did that celebrity one?
Oh, it's called the jump.
Yeah, and
somebody busted a leg, didn't they?
Yeah, and somebody did a leg, and I think Darren Goff, the ex-cricketer, I think he either broke his leg or he might have been the one that broke his arm. Needless to say, they cancelled it pretty quick because they realised, hang on a minute, people can't just fucking stick a pair of skis on people and push them down the...
That's what we'd all be doing it.
Yeah. Oh, fucking I wouldn't. Shit. Fucking landing car park. I couldn't do that shit. No chance. Fucking no chance.
Oh, I stumbled on a good programme for us. I've blitzed it. I've finished it for you. Netflix, called Hyperdrive.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of it. I've not watched it.
It's really good. Watch it with sound right down.
Alright.
Because the commentators are annoying as shit.
The American?
2 Americans. And for some reason, this British fella who was apparently a UFC fighter. So why they got a UFC fighter on a car programme? Don't know.
No.
But some serious driving skill on there. Really good. Some cracking cars as well. It's good. It's a bit over the top because they put neon lights and everything.
Yeah, I've seen the trailers and shit like that.
If you get past that and just concentrate on the actual skill of the drivers.
What they're doing,
Yeah, because they've got different obstacles and they've got to like drift around this corner and hit these targets. And then they've got to drive through this water on this really narrow path without falling off it. And they've got this thing called a leveler. And it's basically, it's a fucking massive bridge.
Yeah.
And they drive up it and then it starts swinging. And they've got to level it out with the weight of the car tips the scales, and they've got to balance it, and then hold it for 10 seconds, totally balanced. And then once they've done that, it drops down and they carry on. Got some mind-blowing skills on there.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, I think they got some kids doing it as well or something.
Or
did I see? Am I imagining it? Did they have like a younger?
They had a really young. Charlize Theron's actually the executive producer of it.
All right.
And she was in an episode because a really young girl. From South Africa. She didn't do too great. She had some mechanical issues, and she had this shit box of a three series. I mean, some of them were like, this fella had like a 200 SX Nissan. It was pushing at like 700 brake and stuff like that. And one fella from Germany had one of the old M5s, and she's got the shit box 3 series. But Charlize Theron actually went over and saw her, and they did like a snippet thing. And Charlize Theron can actually speak Afrikaans.
All right.
And he said it shocked him because you walked in and she started speaking Afrikaans to his family. But yeah, there was a young lad, what's his name? Can't remember. From Brazil, probably Diego. And I think it was actually. But he was really good. Yeah. He was frighteningly good driver. Fucking good. Brilliant. Wow. It's worth watching.
Oh, I'll give that a go then.
But one of the commentators is a chap that does the, I don't know if you've ever watched it, the USA version of Top Gear.
No, thankfully I haven't.
No, don't bother.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rutledge Wood, his name is.
Oh my God. Oh. You think it was made up, wouldn't you?
Rutledge.
Who fucking names the child Rutledge?
God
Right.
knows.
Yeah. We were saying before we came on air that somebody just followed us on Twitter called Septimus Brown.
A cracking name, like that.
What a name that is. So, Septimus, if you do listen to us, which you might do actually because you followed us, I don't know if it's off the back of one of the clip videos that we've been putting on Twitter, but mate, what a fucking name that is. That's it's like a the love child of a Roman emperor and a soul singer.
I changed my last name to Prime though. That's just me.
yeah, Septimus Prime. That would be good. Fucking hell. Yeah, great name though, guy. Fucking what a name that is. Something to be proud of, without a doubt. Without a doubt. So yeah, it was. What was I saying? Fucking, I lost my train of thought here.
Last thing I remember was skiing, and then we got onto
Oh, yeah.
cars.
Yeah. So I don't even know when the fucking next Olympics is. We can't be far off, is it?
Well, it's supposed to be this year in Tokyo, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, of course it was.
Cancelled it.
Yeah. Oh well, in Japan. Well, yeah, I'm not that fussed about Summer Olympics. They're all right, but it pisses me off Olympic athletes. To be fair, most of them. Fucking they're boring though, aren't they?
They can be.
Yeah.
Well, they're not. Have you still got to be an amateur for Olympics?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you're not. The thing is, you can be. Oh no, you can be. I don't know. The problem is, I don't know what defines an amateur these days because I don't know whether you have to earn under a certain amount because you can't. All the top elite athletes, they don't have a job, do they?
No.
So, and yet they're still allowed to compete in the Olympics. Like Bolt didn't work as a I don't know, a milkman or something, or working in IT or anything like that, did he?
No.
And when he was winning gold medals, so I don't think there's the same rules. I could be wrong though. I don't know.
Yeah, so that's the one I didn't understand about it because it used to be all just for amateurs, didn't it?
Yeah.
But obviously, like you said, Bolt's not doing it for nout.
You know what they should do? They should do an Olympic Games for people who have never trained for it.
They should have it in age ranges and weight ranges.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd do it.
Like the 400 metres for the 25 stone plus.
Yeah.
It's on from 1 o'clock afternoon till 7:30.
Yeah, with an interlude. Yeah. That'd be entertaining. That would be. I know it's terrible, isn't it? It's terrible, but
They would go back to Monty Python then, though. What can we have?
Yeah.
Oh. Ski jumping for vertigo sufferers.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you could do.
You can boot them off the edge with your big fucking boot.
That would be funny. No, you could do. There's loads of stuff you could do, and I think cruelty's got to be high up on the agenda. You got to do stuff that's relatively cruel, just to make it more entertaining.
Swimming for the hydrophobic.
Yeah, yeah.
The hell just screaming and flailing around.
Yeah, you could. The mind boggles. It really, really does. I think. I can't really think of any right now, but I'd certainly put them through some distress.
It's the amount of money that they spend on Olympics is no need. There's that opening ceremonies are like 100 million quid, aren't they?
It's full of shit. It's all it's fucking corrupt.
It's kickbacks, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, no, it is. It is. I've never watched. I'm probably in the minority, and I sound like a right miserable fucker now, and I am. But I've never watched an opening or a closing ceremony. Who watches a closing ceremony? Who watches a I know. I'm going to celebrate the fact that something I enjoy watching is ending. You wouldn't? Why wouldn't fucking work that out?
Yeah.
Fucking weird.
I watched the opening one for the London 2012.
Oh man, I can't fucking remember.
But only because it was London. But patriotism, that was pretty good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember we had like the
like, Daniel Craig skydiving in. Or did I dream that?
Oh God, who was it that directed it all? It was
Danny Boyle.
Danny Boyle, that's it. Yeah, I do remember that. Actually, it was very good. I do remember that. I know you said it, but yeah. Do you know what I mean though? But I just think, fucking, what a waste of time. Get your fucking shorts on and get running, or just do whatever you're there to do, and and they have they do it the Paralympics. Do they do the Paralympics at the same time?
No, they usually do it after.
Right.
It's usually a week or two after, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
I actually enjoy watching Paralympics.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I'm not making a joke.
Right,
I find it. No, I'm not even. I'm not cruel. I'm not cruel. No, this sounds a bit cheesy, but it's quite inspiring. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You think, I can't give a ass getting out of bed in the morning. You see somebody like, bits missing off and doing whatever, for want of a better phrase.
Yeah.
And you think, if they can manage doing that to that high level that they're doing it, I can get up in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah, I do get it. Yeah, I'm gonna steer right well fucking clear of that. Because I tell you what now, if I could put, metaphorically speaking, we are the Titanic heading towards the iceberg right now. So that's going to be, we're going to take a quick
swerve
that one. And well before that we, we get there. Yeah. We could talk about little people though, if you want. We're happy to talk. I'm happy to talk about little people, but not. I think.
I can't watch that tenable.
No. Well, since our early foray into my inclinations, I can't. I can't watch stuff like that. I can't. It just fucking. I start laughing. I can't help it. It's fucking horrendous. I'm a disgrace to humanity.
Did you see that video that I tagged you in the other day?
Yeah, I was laughing my tits off. Yeah, and I am a very understanding person. I'm very in all seriousness. I but fucking it just makes me fucking cracks me up. Fucking I find it hilarious. Fucking hilarious. I can't help it.
I do that one they were firing that sniper rifle and it fucking knocked them on their ass.
It's the funniest thing in the world. I just can't fucking help it. I can't. There's something just hilarious about it, and it's not. I don't mean that disgracefully. I just can't help it.
Well, there must be a certain percentage of them that have no qualms about it, else they wouldn't do it. Like that video we're talking about now. It was two little people, two fellas, and they were obviously playing up to it, weren't they? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were doing it for what they were doing for comedy value because they were small.
Yeah.
Not because what they were doing. If they were normal, I don't know the word normal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
If they were bigger people, it wouldn't be funny.
Oh fucking hell, it was funny. Yeah, I've got to see somebody. I think about it and try and process it and let it go. Just fucking find it so funny. Can't help it. But yeah, it's I admire people who overcome adversity to either achieve something in sport or something like that. It's very noble and things, but I don't think the only sporting event that I think that really I just don't understand is marathons.
Oh,
I don't fucking what the fuck is that about?
I get doing them because because you can say I've run a marathon, I've run 26 miles. I get doing them. You know what I mean?
I don't get it. I'll be honest.
But I don't get televising them and watching them. Do you know what I mean?
No.
People sit there and
hours,
watch them.
Man. Fucking hours. Yeah.
It's not like anything fucking happens.
And it takes 2 hours to see everybody cross the start line.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Well, that could be one of our prerequisites. So prerequisites when we're dictators.
Yeah.
At random points in a marathon, like on Gladiator with Russell Crowe in it.
Yeah.
You fucking get two fellas open, a manhole cover, and 4 tigers come out.
Here's an idea. What they could do is they basically let everybody go at the same time, and then at the quarter mark, they just fit everybody that's halfway, and then at the end they just cull them.
Like an eliminator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, like they just
Oh, so right. Well, we're halving it. It's now what's half of 26? 13. It's now 13 miles. All right, okay, but you've got to run northbound on the southbound carriageway at M6 on a Monday morning.
Yeah. No, I would do that. That would make them run quick, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So like anybody who's so let's say there's 10,000 people. If you're 5,001 to 10,000, then you're just cold. You're eliminated. No, not eliminated. Exterminated.
Mm.
And then at 3/4, then anybody from 2,500 to 5,000, they're eliminated.
Or, how about this? Simplify it, right?
Mm.
Let everybody set off.
Yeah.
Behind them, have 2 combine harvesters
yeah, that's a brilliant idea.
on cruise control at, say, 4 miles an hour.
Yeah, great idea.
Anybody that drops below 4 miles an hour, factory, it's
Yeah,
gone.
yeah. They should just have, like you said, like jet-powered steamrollers.
Yeah, big fucking chum buckets on the back of them like that, feeding to tigers at Chester Zoo.
Yeah, they should do like those. Yeah, they're combined. So basically, they could just eat up slow coaches and those fuckers that dress up, and then they would get minced up in the gears of the combine, and then they would just spray the remains of them all over the crowd inside. Right at the top. Yeah. That's a fucking brilliant idea.
Hey, see?
Yeah, that'd make you train, wouldn't it?
That's what happens when you start drinking.
Yeah.
Best ideas are drunk.
Yeah, no, it fucking does my head in marathons. I'll be honest, man. Even if I did one, and God, I'll never do one. But even if I did one and got to the end, I can't imagine going to if I went to a party or a social gathering or a work networking, whatever they fucking call it.
Yeah.
And somebody said, like, they get together in a seminar and they go, tell me, what's the biggest achievement in your life so far? I ran a marathon. I just go, wank.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think somebody. Do you know what? Oh, fucking well done, son. Brilliant. Tell me about it. I'd go, what a fucking dickhead.
Yeah. Well, marathon runners are like vegans, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, what's your name? I'm a vegan.
Yeah.
Well, hang on a minute. You want to tell me your fucking name first? What? I run a marathon.
No, you're right. Yeah. No.
I pray to God nobody ever asked me that in a job interview if I ever go for a job interview.
What, if you're a vegan?
No.
What?
What's the biggest achievement in your life?
Yeah.
Because I don't think eating 24 Weetabix in one sitting is a fucking without being sick.
In my eyes, that is a fucking more of an achievement than running a marathon. No, I hate marathon runners. Can't stand them. Yeah, I think I don't see the. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there because I could rant on about that for fucking ages. But don't get that one. Don't get it.
Meh.
No chance.
There's who's the chap? Oh, excuse me.
All right.
Yeah. There's what's his name? He's a hunter and shit. Cameron Haynes, have you ever heard of him?
No. Hunter, what, of animals?
Not people. Yeah, animals. That fucking bow hunter and shit like that.
All right.
He's like a survival expert.
Oh, yeah.
He's a mate of Joe Rogan's apparently.
All right.
And he runs a marathon every day.
Really?
26 miles a day.
Fucking what a weirdo.
Mm.
You could be arsed.
No.
Do you ever wake up and go, fucking hell, I'm going to run a marathon now? Bollocks. I think at the time, man. I you get the fucking time. Even if you're not an athlete, but if you're a fitness wise, you're on fucking point. I think 3 hours, 2 late twos. I think world record's about 2 hours, isn't it?
Fuck knows.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and I think I'm sure it is near the 2 hour mark. I think they actually broke it 2 hour mark. I think, but yeah. So I think for a relatively very fit person, but who fucking has 3 hours a day to go fucking running?
Mm.
Bollocks to it. It's like running. Oh fuck it, I couldn't. I don't even want to think about it. I find it fucking weird.
Well, it's a test of your own endurance, but again, what's the
I
point?
get bored, man.
Yeah.
I get fucking bored running. I'll be like,
That's why I don't go for walks.
yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah, do you want to go for a walk? Why? Why? I've got a car there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. I'll be honest with you. I sort of understand the walking side of it, although I have to go somewhere nice to go for a walk.
I will go somewhere for a walk.
Yeah, I'm the same. Yeah, I wouldn't say, like, should we go walk 5 miles from, or 2 miles from here to town and back? Fuck bother.
No. It's like when I fucking kitchen tap and digging your own well for some
Yeah, it
water
is,
in the
yeah.
back garden.
No, it is. You're right. It's a great analogy. But no, you wouldn't do it. No, I don't understand those people either. It's all fucking do-gooders, aren't they? Drive me nuts.
Oh, fucking hell.
Drive me absolutely fucking nuts. Suffering.
Yeah.
Nothing worse than a bad back.
Tell you what, this fucking gnocchi would be better good when I eat it tomorrow.
I do love gnocchi. It's good.
The pain that I've gone through. It's a recent thing for me.
Oh, man.
I only got into it, 6 months ago?
You only need a little bit. It's fucking exceptional.
One bag.
Yeah. It's very, very filling.
Yeah, it's filling.
Yeah,
it's extremely filling.
Yeah, nice though.
I like it with red pesto.
Well, and it's good with anything, isn't it? Just have it with
I eat it on its own.
Yeah, but just have it with olive oil, garlic.
Popeye, not mind.
Fucking hell, you have fucking really perverted thoughts with your mind then, but never mind.
That's why Popeye punched Jesus.
Why?
Because he went to Mount Olive.
Jesus, sorry to any Christians out there. The fact, no, I'm not sorry. Actually, fucking grow up. It's a storybook.
That's why we got unfollowed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It probably is. Yeah. I don't give a fuck, to be honest with you. Fucking do any Christians. You see, right, it's fucking on the can of worms here.
God, what I said. I only made a fucking Popeye joke.
I know. No, Christians annoy the shit out of me. Well, it's any sort of religious do-gooders do me head in. But Christians, as time goes on, Christians are pissing me off even more. And I'm a Christian, I think. Well, I am, but yeah, I don't believe the Bible is a book written by in medieval times by people that had nothing to do with fucking Jesus.
Yeah, but it's the rank hypocrisy that does my head in. Because they call everybody else fucking extremists and evil.
You're right.
And we were watching something on what's that TV program? Is it Watch?
Minder.
What? Minder? No, not the TV program. The channel. Watch. Yeah. And it's random as fuck. You'll get tipping point on there, big 2p machine.
Yeah.
And
has that got that fucking Ben Shepherd on it?
That's him, yeah.
I fucking hate him. Absolutely. I'd insert one of those fucking discs into him.
Oh, he's fucking. When the discs come down, he says it about 8 times every show, and he'll go, "Oh, is it gonna ride? Oh, we might get some lateral movement on that." And fucking calm down, Ben. Fuck's sake.
I fucking hate that twat.
But they show some random shit on that Watch, and they showed a Justin Theroux documentary, quite an old one.
Louis Theroux.
Who?
Louis Theroux.
Oh, yeah, Justin Theroux's the actor, isn't he?
I don't know. Is that?
Yeah, he's an actor, and a director. I get them mixed up. 2 Therouxs, and I get them fucking mixed up. And he went to that Western What was it? Was it Western?
Yeah.
Was it Western Baptist?
I can't remember. It was some sort of fucking Midwestern crank house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
mate, it's terrifying.
Frightening.
Yeah, terrifying. Fucking wrong.
There's like 9-10-year-old kids holding signs up saying fucking soldiers and gays going to hell and stuff like that.
I know. Yeah, they're not fucking right.
But they'll turn round quite happily and say, Muslims, Hindus, whatever, are fucking evil and like, what the fucking hell are you doing then?
But they don't understand. The problem is with they have such a limited understanding of anything. And the literal the interpretation of the Bible is literal, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I don't understand it. They think the world is. Hang on a minute. I get this right. Hang on. They think the world is 40,000 years old, and dinosaurs didn't exist. And basically, they contradict every scientific fact known to man. Basically, so. And that God created the earth and heavens in 7 days, and all that stuff.
Fucking Noah's Ark.
Yeah, all that shit. It's bullshit. It is bullshit. And I'd like to think if there is a creator, and I do genuinely believe I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm a spiritual person. I'm not. I like to have a good laugh, and I'm not. I've been known to swear a bit as well. Believe it or not.
No.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's hard to grasp, but it does happen. But I'd love to think, if there was a creator out there, and I'm sure there is somewhere. I think something more than pure chaos has brought us here or done something. You know, if he was a creator, and I think, I bet he's all right, or him or whatever. Well, it won't be a him or her, be whatever it is. I think they'd be pretty cool, don't you? I think they probably thought, do you know what? I'm going to create these things, and I'm going to let them do what they want to do to a certain degree. Have a good time. Do you know? I can imagine them thinking, just go and have a laugh. Don't hurt anybody. Don't kill anyone. Or you know what I mean? But just fucking have a good time for a bit, and then we'll return you to the cosmos or whatever, and then you'll do it again or whatever it is. I think that's far more likely than some fucking dude with a white dude living in the fucking Middle East with a white robe on, who's the son of the creator, comes down for a bit. Yeah. And do you know what I mean?
Found but 4 blocks called Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John at Middle East.
Yeah. Yeah. You've got it's weird, that, isn't it? Yeah. It ain't right, is it? I mean, it's fucking wrong.
Yeah.
It's just wrong.
I'm going to get fucking deep here. Probably the one thing I learnt from college. Oh, God, I can't remember it. Karl Marx said religion is an opium for the masses because it just calms everybody down.
It does. It's the ultimate control. It is, yeah. And I think primarily, and you know what, sort of understand it, especially in medieval times, because, or not even just medieval, just in terms of sort of civilization, in so to speak, where there was no police force or anything else. The only thing that kept people in line morally was religion.
Yeah, it's fear of God,
fear
of
God. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So that makes sense, reinforcing that. But I just think that, like I said, I think if there's a creator, and I'm sure there is something, whether you want to call it alien or spiritual or whatever. And I reckon they just thought, oh, fucking, let's go and have a good laugh. Don't kill anybody. Don't do anything too bad. But chill out. You can swear if you want. You can, do naughty stuff if you want to. Have a good time. Look after each other and crack on. That's it, isn't it? I think we wouldn't back that. You know what I mean? I don't think but like you said, these American Midwestern cranks, they just live in fear. But they're the same people behind when they shut the doors. They go to the fucking swinging parties. They do coke.
Oh yeah.
They sleep with other people and probably both sexes, by the way, and just fucking hypocrisy on a grand scale.
I tell you what I disagree with as well. National leaders, especially in this is going to sound a bit fucking.
You know what we do? Sorry, I'm seriously interested in what you're about to say. But we always do this. We always go. This is the if we had a section in the show, this is the deep hour.
Oh yeah.
We always have a moment, don't we? We always have a phase in the show where we go from the absolutely ridiculous to the depths of thought provoking ideas. Don't we? Sorry, I interrupted you.
I don't think I've ever been accused of thought provoking before, other than I'd fucking like to smack him.
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
but the idea of this is going to make it sound like a tip, but fuck it, because I don't know how to phrase it properly. I'm sorry. The idea of a Western leader, not that they're any better than Eastern leaders, but they've got a different set of rules. You know what I mean? Yeah. We're a lot more liberal over here. Over this side of the world. The idea of the President of the United States, so Trump, being religious, I think is wrong. You should not be allowed to be religious
as a
world leader. Because I think it blinkers you. Because you're supposed to be open-minded, fair and stuff like that. But if you're saying you believe in this code of whatever, then...
I agree with you. Completely, yeah. I can't.
I don't think he does. I think he does it just to get the votes for the.
Well, yeah. I mean, when he.
That's what swung it for him, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I mean, when he did his publicity stunt during the Troubles with the BLM marches and stuff, and he got the National Guard to push the crowds back so he could hold that Bible outside. So that was really, really wrong. But and he just held the Bible up. You guys never read a fucking Bible. And even the reporters, the news media who were invited to be there weren't allowed to ask any questions. But they said, whose Bible is that? Is that your Bible? And then he goes, his answer was, no, it's a Bible. And fucking what? So, but the point being, as you rightly said, he hasn't read a fucking Bible. He's a businessman. He don't give a fuck about religion, and he's wrong on so many levels. Fucking so. But I agree with you though. Religion, but in certain countries, like I sort of get it in some ways that. There are certain countries where they have to be, unfortunately, at the minute, is the only way to hold power is through religion. You know, like you take countries like Iran now. Yeah. Although Malad, I can never say his fucking name. Malajabad or something like the guy before the guy now. He was, I don't know if you remember him, he's the guy that always wore a suit with no, and a shirt with no tie.
Is it Ahmadinejad?
Ahmadinejad, yeah, that's right. He was a more moderate leader. But now they've gone back to the fucking more fundamental religious thing, which is quite dangerous. In the 70s, Iran was a very liberal country. Yeah. Very liberal, you know, but now it's, you know, you can't fucking do anything. And women can't do it. Women can do even less, you know what I mean? So... It's not good.
I also think, right, not that it fucking matters because nobody's going to give a shit about what I think. You shouldn't be allowed. Do we go back to the beginning of the show when we were saying like Kanye West and that wants to run for president?
Yeah.
They're extremely rich.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Donald Trump has never had a moment of hardship in his life. No. You shouldn't be allowed to put policy in place for normal, I say normal, but you know what I mean? For run-of-the-mill people when you've never experienced it.
There's never been a poor president, though.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never.
You should have had to have done your time in a normal job. You should be allowed to, you should know what it's like to be a bit skint. You know what I mean? To think, fucking hell, my taxes have gone up again. I can't fucking do.
Yeah, I get you.
You know what I mean?
I'm with you. Yeah. The closest we reached times was Obama. Yeah. Closest to that.
Do you know, like Trump being the president? Like you said, there's never been a president. I think it's like playing a video game with infinite life cheat on it.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't know the repercussions of your decisions, and they don't fucking care. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get that. I often think though, with jobs like that, though, it is an impossible job in many ways. Like whether you're prime minister or president, it's an impossible job. But I don't know. I don't know what type of psychology you have to do that job. It's certainly I haven't got it. I know that because I couldn't. I often thought like, especially never mind from day to day stresses of the job, but if imagine there's take the pandemic or take a war. How do they put their head down on a pillow at night and go to sleep? I fucking don't know they do it. No. How the fuck do they do it? I don't know how they do it.
I know.
How do they maintain a relationship?
I have restless, sleepless nights in my job, and it's fucking far less.
Yeah.
You know.
But you might have economy problems. You've got a war going on. You've got a scandal might be hitting. Papers might be writing shit about you or your partner. And how the fuck do you sleep?
Yeah.
It's beyond me. I don't know how they do it. I really don't. I never want to get involved with that shit. I
suppose the way they get around it is delegation. They've got a fucking plethora of people to sort shit out for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like fucking Daily Mirror run that story. Don't worry about it. I'll sort it out.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, they get paid. Nobody's going to sack them unless they get caught fucking you know, doing whatever.
With a goat.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's true. Yeah, I don't know. But you know what I mean? I don't know how. I think it takes a certain type of, well, in the clinical sense, psychopath.
Yeah.
To actually do, you have to have psychopathic tendencies to do it. A completely not disregard, but I think a resistance to empathy, and to a certain degree, where you have to be resistant. I don't know the way of doing it.
You'd end up nuking Wales anyway, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would. Yeah. Yeah, well, that would be a joyous day. That would be like VE Day. I'm only joking. You know, I wouldn't nuke it. I'd use non-nuclear weapons, conventional only.
A Moab.
A rod from God. Have you seen them rod from God? Have you seen them?
No.
Oh my God! Oh fucking hell! If you, everybody out there, if you're I have a strange. You know when you all have not guilty pleasure, but strange fascination.
Mm.
I have a strange fascination. It comes from my UFO obsession. Is the some of the unbelievable weapons that are developed that they say are future weapons, but maybe not so much in the future. And one of them is called a rod from God, and it's you know it's American straight away.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
And what it is, right? And I'm not a scientist, so bear with me. If there's people out there going, "That's bullshit," it's not made of that, then I might be misquoting what it's made of. But essentially, what it is, it's a space weapon satellite, and it's armed with. Let me get this right. I think it's 200 meter? Anyway, it's relevant. So let's just say 100 meter long magnesium rods. And what they do is basically the laser guided weapons from orbit. So they can hit an area the size of, well, you name it, as accurate as you want to be. And they basically, as they hit the Earth's atmosphere, the chemical reaction turns them into there's some sort of chemical reaction that goes on that turns them into a molten mass, so that when it hits the surface of the Earth, as it goes through the Earth's atmosphere, it's heated up and becomes such a massive bad shit that when it hits you, it causes an explosion equivalent to like God knows how many nuclear bombs. It's called a rod from God.
Yeah, it's reading it. It's called Project Thor.
Yeah, yeah.
It said rods from gods. The rod from...
Is it magnesium?
Nearly, mate. Yeah, tungsten.
That's it.
Yeah, a bundle of telephone pole size, 20 feet long, 1 foot in diameter, tungsten rods drop from orbit, and they can reach a speed over 10 times the speed of sound.
Yeah.
The rod itself will penetrate hundreds of feet into the earth, destroying any potential hardened bunkers or secret underground sites.
Fuck me, man. Yeah, that's serious fucking shit, isn't it?
What's the speed of sound? 753 miles an hour? Ish?
Yeah. So you
7,500 miles an hour, fucking telegraph pole.
Yeah.
I won't like that on my fucking foot.
No. Would you fuck? But no, that in it. But that's fucking amazing, isn't it?
We should have called it fucking Dove from Above.
yeah. But yeah, it's fucking phenomenal, isn't it?
Yeah, Air Force's rod from God hits with the force of a nuclear weapon.
Yeah, that's right. That's well, that's where I got the nuclear equivalent from. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But they're the type of things that you don't even hear about. Is that just online?
Yeah, that's why I'm moving my phone away so I don't get fucking...
Oh, you're right. It's all right. Yeah, unbelievable.
Rods from God.
Yeah, fucking brilliant, isn't it? But yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? That type of thing. I'm fascinated by future weaponry.
So I'm gonna have to read up on this now. That's fucking ace.
Yeah, yeah. There's some amazing shit out there. And to be honest with you, stuff you probably don't even want to. You probably don't even want to know about.
Well, I know they're making. I know they've got rail guns, haven't they? When they instead of being a projectile, a standard projectile is an explosion and then it fires at the end of the gun. With a rail gun, it's basically two magnets, and these are stupidly strong magnets, and it works the same principle of do a steam catapult on an aircraft carrier, and it launches the plane. Yeah. So you can put whatever projectile you want in a rail gun. Yeah. And the two magnets hold it, and these two magnets move at a fucking stupid rate of knots out to end, and then fling it out to the end. So basically, you could use any ammunition, ammo could be fucking nuts and bolts. Yeah. And it's lethal. Yeah.
The speed, the velocity of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no one would fuck with you if you had a rod from God, though, would they?
No. Rod from God. I'd love to fucking sit there making names up for weapons.
It's brilliant. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. I love the Americanisms, though. The Americanisms are just fucking brilliant. Like during the pandemic, where the fucking US White House task force and the pursuit of noble pursuit, mind, but they've got a fucking clue of a vaccine. They've called it Project Warp Speed. Yeah.
Fuck me.
What? Yeah, because obviously they want to portray that they're doing everything they can as quick as they can to get a vaccine, so they called it Project Warp Speed.
Dear me.
Yeah, only the fucking Yanks could do that shit.
I'm sure that's some copyright infringement.
Or maybe, yeah, maybe.
I'm sure Gene Roddenberry's got something to say about it if you want it dead.
Yeah. But the develop. I mean, as far as like again going back to weaponry and stuff, that with propulsion technology and stuff like that, some of the stuff they're talking about is from fucking straight out of Star Trek almost. It's fucking unbelievable. It's unbelievable, that shit. But they do have some amazing. They coin some amazing phrases. They really do. They really do. But they're full of shit.
We think about it. Star Trek predicted pretty much everything.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't
Video
it?
Video calls, flip phones, flip communicators.
Absolutely, yeah. And humans seem to have this weird ability to be able to predict technology, and they might not be able to articulate it very well at the time, but the general principles of technology have been predicted for years on end. Unbelievable. From like hundreds, like you said, phones, microwaves, and some other things for donkey's years.
Yes, you've piqued my interest now. Future weaponry. How about an active denial system?
I could do one of them when I'm lying to the wife.
It's a millimetre wave on microwave beam supposed to make people flee without injuring them.
Yeah.
That's
an anti like I use that in anti-riot weapons.
Yeah.
That was They use sound waves for. I don't know if the other thing, you don't know if they're in fucking service or not, but I've heard that before where they have they have audio weapons for riot dispersal and for crowd dispersal.
You remember when Boris Johnson was mayor of London? He spent a lot of money on them water cannons, didn't he?
I don't know. All right.
Yeah, he spent, I think it was bordering on millions, if not into the millions, on riot control. He's pouring wine, he's not having a piss. Riot control water cannons. And they sold them at a massive loss.
Right.
Because they were just sat there being mothballed. So he sold them for peanuts, lost a massive amount of money on it, and then 3 months later they had riots in London, and they hadn't got them.
I do like a good water cannon. I think it's very amusing when you see people tumbling down the street. Yeah, it's fucking brilliant. There's nothing better. Absolutely brilliant. I love it.
I'd come out with swimming trunks with fucking rubber ducky dinghy around me, and 2 beers.
It's like when they're using some countries where they put dye in the water as well, which makes it even funnier because they can just turn people into like Smurfs.
Well, they were doing that in the Hong Kong protests, weren't they?
Yeah.
Anybody that caught were bright blue, it's a blue man group, they were getting arrested.
Yeah, which I find, to be honest, I feel sorry for people in Hong Kong. The Chinese got a lot to answer for, I do find, joking aside, well, it's not joking aside, joking in view, I suppose I do. There's nothing funnier than watching somebody getting sprayed blue and being pushed down the street. But I'm very much on the side of democracy when it comes to people in Hong Kong. So I do feel for them over there. I do. But yeah.
Yeah, one of the places I've always wanted to visit, Hong Kong, but not now.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I suppose it was fascinating in many ways. I can understand why you would want to go there, just to experience what it's like.
Japan's still top of my list for a place I've got to go to.
A friend of mine, should say colleague, not a friend of mine. Well, they're their friend, but a colleague at work got married there, weirdly. No, beg your pardon. They didn't get married there. They got married somewhere, Singapore, and then they went to Japan. Something like that. Something like that. For a honeymoon.
All right.
So they did a month there.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, I thought, what a fucking great idea. Rather than doing the obvious and going to the Maldives or going to fucking whatever, America or whatever, they went to Japan and toured round.
So, what?
Toured round.
All right. I thought I said 2 would round.
No.
So fucking hell, that's not well, didn't it?
They didn't have one. No, they did make it back, and I think they're still married. So
I think Japan is my spiritual home.
Yeah, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Right.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
because I hate tardiness.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, fuck me. They do as well.
Yeah, and I read something a few months ago that they issued this. Do you know we have like Northern Rail and like fucking 4 hours late and shit like that.
Yeah.
This Japanese train company issued a public apology and gave out money off vouchers because one of its trains was 27 seconds late.
Yeah. Brilliant. What a
That's
story.
fucking brilliant. That love all that, mate.
Yeah.
Lap that up and eat noodles. I fucking love noodles, mate.
I had noodles for my dinner.
Kind though.
I had
not super noodles.
No. No, I made that. I do like. No, I don't like super noodles actually, but no, they were noodles. They were just not udon noodles or anything like that. They were just like egg noodles, but we had like a broth with a bit of nice spring onions, bit of chicken, tofu.
Oh, good, you put stuff in them.
Oh yeah,
yeah, good.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Oh, fucking a bit of a ramen going on.
Yeah.
I just didn't have an egg or anything in it. I should have made it. If I had the time, I'd have boiled an egg and put it in.
So you have yours like pretty soupy.
Oh yeah, I have a broth. I eat my noodles first and I have a broth.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because every time I make them like that, my missus pulls her face.
Oh no,
because she eats them like almost dry.
Oh.
She puts a tiny bit of water
like
in
a pot noodle.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Cooks them in like a minuscule amount of water.
No.
Doesn't put anything in it.
No, fuck
and I'm like, you are putting like fucking eggs in it.
Yeah. And fish sauce, bit of soy sauce,
Yep.
maybe some sesame oil, bit of sugar, bit of chili. Oh, fucking go to town.
I tell you what's nice as well, not too much because it clumps.
Yeah.
Grated mozzarella, and I mean just like 4 or 5 strands, and just drop it in, and it melts, and it gets like a.
Well, you know you can do with that as well.
Texture.
You do you get a beaten egg, and you get it on a tablespoon, and you drizzle a beaten egg in the water, and it cooks.
Yeah.
As you lace it in, so you can just like drizzle a raw egg in there, and it cooks in the broth, and that's fucking cool.
That's all right.
Yeah, really nice.
Yeah.
No, I fucking love noodles. No, I can't. She's a bit like that. She'll have. When I'm cooking them, and she'll say to me, "What are you doing?" And then you don't do them like that. I'm like, "Fuck off!" This is fucking. And then when I'm eating it, she'll go, "Oh, yours looks nice." Yours looks nice.
Yeah.
Can I'm like,
yeah. You need a fork and a spoon when I eat them.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did at my dinner. I had a fork and spoon. I use my fork first, and then I have my broth at the end.
Exactly. That's the way it's done.
Yeah.
The tip for you. If you go to a big Tesco in the world food aisles, there's some good Korean noodles down there. They're the instant ones. You know what I mean?
No.
But they're all right.
Well, I've been buying them. They had the ones. It might be the same ones we're talking about, and they have the little sachets of oil.
That's the ones, mate. Yeah, like the kimchi ones.
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
we had them this week, and you got your dry seasoning, your oil, and your chili oil, and your soy sauce, and everything else. Yeah, that's how you fucking do it.
Yeah, we went to. I was over in Dublin a few months back for work, and we stopped at a Wagamama. And luckily, the company were paying for it because it was fucking astronomical.
The brothel.
What?
Yeah, brothel.
No, Wagamama. No.
All right, sorry.
It's filming now.
Some people will pay good money for that.
It was good. It was fucking massive, big fucking bowl of ramen, but it was dear for what it was. Yeah. I still enjoyed it though.
Yeah, I do like Oriental food. As well, they're also fucking thin. That's well, if sumo wrestlers aren't, but over there, generally speaking, they're thin as fuck, aren't they?
Yeah.
Mad. And yet some of the stuff, I mean, often, mind you, they don't really eat. Some of the stuff they eat isn't great for you, but it's all rice and noodle based, isn't it? A lot of it. In Japan, Chinese food's fucking weird. They eat fucking anything in China.
Oh, if it's not fucking nailed down.
Oh, mate, my brother-in-law went to China. He said it's the most traumatic experience he's ever been through. When they went out for a meal, it was horrific. Fucking horrific. Some of the things they were eating, duck's feet and all that shit, and oh mate, it was fucking horrible. And he said, I mean, like everything that's European influenced, Chinese food isn't like Chinese food. But if you go to a Japanese restaurant in town, in Manchester or London or whatever, it's a fair representation of what Japanese food's like. You go to a Chinese restaurant, even the most authentic, and you go to China and go to a restaurant, fucking hell. Oh my God. You know, on the street vendors selling like fucking giant centipedes on sticks, like fried, and fucking all sorts of weird creatures just on sticks, man. It's fucking rank.
Yeah, that's not for me.
No, me.
It must be edible, though. It must be half decent.
I don't know. It's just protein, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's protein.
But you never know, though. You might bite a fucking centipede and think, what have I been missing all my life?
I don't know. Maybe. But that's the next thing, though, that all the insect protein, that's going to be...
Well, I don't mind that.
Yeah. You know, Skittles are made of beetles, you know that?
Really?
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah. The shells on Skittles are made of a product of crushed beetles.
I thought it was carnauba wax.
No, there is carnauba wax in it,
Yeah.
but I think it's shellac. Shellac, which is also made for nail polish.
Yeah.
Shellac is a byproduct of crushed beetles.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yoko Ono will like them, then. She lives off dead beetles.
Who's it? Bloody hell. Oh dear. Yes, it's true though. It is true. But no, crazy things. And I can't remember where I learned that, but it was some sort of weird programs where they told you about weird facts, you know, that in certain stuff. So it was quite disturbing.
I'm gonna rummage around my garden tomorrow, see what I can deep fry.
Yeah. But I think that's essentially what they do in China. I think it derives from the fact that a lot of them are poor, aren't they? They just fucking eat anything.
Yeah.
Like North Korean people, you know, starving.
Oh no, I feel sorry for them.
Yeah. Eat grass. They have to eat grass. Yeah.
It just shows, you know, that there's this facade of the Yanks invading everybody for democracy and freedom fighting and shit like that. If they actually did that, they would have been in North Korea by now. But they won't because they're shit scared of what he's got because they don't know.
Yeah. I think the most scared, in all honesty, I think the most scared of China.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's too close to China. I think the Chinese would get freaked out if the Americans invaded North Korea. They go fucking bananas. And that is a problem. The Chinese get involved. Because we think what you may have China, it's not just the population, but they've got extraordinarily sophisticated weaponry in China.
Yeah, but it only worked for 10 minutes, though,
yeah, it would, yeah. No, that's true. But no, they not only have got nuclear weapons, they've got very sophisticated fighter planes and stuff. So I think the Americans are, you know, they know all that shit. So, yeah, dangerous.
Pussies, get in there. Yeah. Get him done.
Yeah. So that concludes the deep hour. I think that was we always find a way though for some reason, even though we'd like to keep things nice and what's the right word?
Jovial.
Nice jovial, yeah. But that was not the jovial hour. That was the deep hour. But I think we'll probably wrap it up. I think, yeah, from here. So I think we could.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and remove my lower back and put it in freezer.
Yeah, we'll go and we'll Dean's gonna go into cryogenic stasis until next week. Actually, before I finish, I'll tell you what film just reminded me. I have to say it. You can argue between now and next week, either with me or out there. Hopefully, if anybody's fucking listening to this, which I'm sure you do, you can argue about it amongst yourselves. I really love the film Passengers. I love that film.
Brilliant film.
Yeah, great.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
I can't say his name anymore.
Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it sounds like crisp rat. Every time I say Chris Pratt,
you overthink that.
I know. Every time I say Chris Pratt, now I envision a fucking barbecued rodent.
Yeah, a great film. Very much maligned, actually. That it is a very sweet love story, but I think it's a fantastic sci-fi film. What a fucking brilliant.
Yeah, but Jennifer Lawrence, man.
What?
I'll bang her like a shithouse door in a tornado.
Yeah, well, I'm sure she'd be.
What
flattered.
I meant to say was
she's flattered by that.
Yeah, she fucking wouldn't.
Yeah.
Who's in it at the end? Don't spoil it for anybody. Somebody makes a cameo for that. I can't remember. Tell me when we finish.
You sure?
Nah, fuck it. Ruin it for him.
It's Andy Garcia.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And you know what's funny about that? When I watched that movie for the first time, and I don't know why, but when it happened, I thought I got to the end and the elevator opened. I thought, I actually, it was quite fucking disturbing. Mrs. looked at me like I was fucking some sort of freak, but more than usual. And I went, there's Andy Garcia. And she went, what do you mean? I said, that's fucking Andy Garcia. She's all right. And that was it. But I was just dead excited. I don't know why. It's like I'd spotted the ultimate Easter egg. And it is weird. I don't know there must be a backstory to why because I know times are hard for him. He's not been the most prolific actor, but there must be a reason why he was in that film.
Yeah, because anybody could have done that role.
Anybody, fucking anyone could have done that role. But yeah, I love that film. I think it's a great film.
Do you remember the Ben and Jerry's Cherry Garcia ice cream?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Oh, fucking good. Can't get that anymore.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. I can't remember what, but because it's all about cryogenic freezing people. And so that was really good. And I do you can't help but love Michael Sheen, the bartender.
Oh yeah.
I love him. I think he's such a great actor.
He is.
He can. He's such a good character actor.
He's Welsh,
really good. What?
He's Welsh.
Is he? You sure? Right.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. You ruined it for me now.
Oh, he's very Welsh. He's a proper boy. Or
is he?
I'm sure he is. Yeah. Hang on.
Oh no. I can't end the show without knowing.
Even if he's not, I'm going to tell you he's just a piss. Yeah. I'm sure he is though, but I keep getting him and thingy. What was Charlie Sheen's dad called? He was not Martin Sheen as well.
Martin Sheen? No. No, it's
Michael.
Michael Sheen.
Oh, that's bad, but I'm getting mixed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael Sheen. Come on.
Well, good actor though. If you're in the UK, you'll know he played. There's some great dramas. He played Kenneth Williams in a biography. Is he Welsh?
Welsh. Born in Newport, Gwent.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Sorry, mate.
Oh, sorry, he's struck off then. He'll have to go to Camp B when I take over in Wales. Yeah, so he's been branded. Sorry, Michael. No, I'm only kidding. No, great actor. Love it. It's a great film. So we'll leave that thought with you. So thanks for listening. We'll do it again next week. I think the juices are well and truly flowing now. So we'll very much get another episode under our proverbial belts next week. And it's been alright, hasn't
it? Yeah. So like you say, nice to get get the muscles stretching on it.
I'm training for a marathon, but slightly less boring as well. And it's been good fun. So just a bit of housekeeping before we depart. Don't forget to you're listening to us anyway, if you can hear this. So I suppose it's irrelevant what platform you listen on. But whatever you do, just make sure you Google us, Doran and Dean Talk, and we'll come up on all the relevant platforms. Google Podcasts or Spotify.
Yeah, Castbox.
Yeah, that one.
Podcast Addicts. Nearly enough everything now. Yeah.
So get on that, get us downloaded, get us listened to, and I think I'm going to start banging the drum a little bit in terms of get us, give us some ratings, give us some reviews, give us some comments, good and bad. Don't give a fuck, to be honest with you. I'll hunt you down, and give us some feedback. And on social media as well, we're motoring on Twitter now. We're building up a little bit of quite a transatlantic following. Weirdly. I think people in the middle of the night in America start following us, which is weird. So, but welcome. So thank you for that. So don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Doran and Dean Talk. We're also on Facebook.
Yep. And are we on Instagram?
Yeah, we are.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't lose track. There's that many fucking things
to
remember. So give us a follow on that, and we'll see you next week, won't we?
We certainly will.
Absolutely. So I'm going to sign off and say good evening. Have a good Saturday night, and misbehave, people.
See you later, everybody.
Absolutely. Adios. See you later.